Hello, this is Joe, and I'd like to read some more from the Talmud, Emmanuel. This is a note from Billy Edward Albert Meier, the translator of the Talmud Emmanuel, the Greek Orthodox lay priest, Isa Rashid, consistently used the designation God for the term Ishwish because he evidently was not oriented about what Ishwish really means, as also the Hebrews were not. In addition, it was revealed during my thorough new reworking in 2010, in cooperation with Meier and the Arahat Athersater level, that Isa Rashid had used the traditional terms of the Jews and Christians, as these were already wrongly translated from the old writings by them. In this wise, various translation errors crept in, which Isa Rashid took over and wove into his translation of the scroll. Consequently, it turned out that in the first German language editions of the Talmud Emmanuel, his translation was extensively used, which was faulty with regard to certain terms and sentence structures, which has now been corrected and rectified by the reprocessing and reissue. For example, the JHWH, Ishwish, cannot be translated as God because the sense of the abbreviation JHWH is properly found in the translation JSCHWISCH, or Ishwish, which translated into the German language means King of Wisdom. Also, the translation virgin is wrong because in the original writings, Emmanuel's mother was not described as a virgin, but as a young woman. It was further revealed during the collaboration with the Arahat Athersater level that Isa Rashid, in his translation work, unfortunately, probably for Christian reasons and in accordance with his lay priesthood, had left out the fact that 17 female disciples followed Emmanuel, and these also spread his teaching. For the same reason, he also translated God believers throughout as Israel, even though the designation Israel was not mentioned in the scroll, as was made clear by the Arahat Athersater level. According to Arahat Athersater, Isa Rashid, despite the task of his priesthood, could not reconcile this fact with his Christian belief as he had learned it. According to the information and explanations of the Arahat Athersater level, all missing words in passages, etc., have now been used in the new reworking of the Talmud Emmanuel. Consequently, the whole thing could be expanded to include important factors. When the Talmud Emmanuel was made in the first editions, no attention had been paid to the aforementioned fact because I, Beam, simply did not recognize it. But now, since the high spirit level Arahat Athersater intervened in 2010 as a result of the errors in the Talmud Emmanuel, because I asked the Meier and the Arahat Athersater level for information as a result of the discrepancies discovered by some readers, Arahat Athersater level, in cooperation with the Meier and offered me the possibility of reworking the Talmud Emmanuel completely anew and of correcting the translation errors and sentence errors as well as the omissions, etc. According to their instructions, their directives was also to make an introduction to the Talmud Emmanuel, as well as to insert necessary and appropriate explanations throughout the book in order to bring the whole thing into understandable forms. All of the introductions are placed before the text of the actual Talmud Emmanuel, while short explanations of terms and words are shown in brackets. Inserted into the text itself, special observations, remarks, etc., are recognizably inserted between the verses as an explanation. Billy Edward Albert Meier, Beam, Samyase Silver Star Center, Hinterschmidt-Rudy, 1225, 8495 Schmidt-Rudy, Switzerland, August 14th, 2010.